How to enter patient demographic information in CIIS. If you need assistance navigating our material, please reach out. This video covers an overview of the demographic submodule in CIIS. First, navigate to CIIS.state.co.us. Log into the CIIS main application and select your provider/clinic. Remember to always verify your default provider/clinic before you begin to work in CIIS. If you have access to more than one provider and clinic, you can use the drop-down to select the provider and clinic in which you want to work. To search for a patient, you can either select the patient search link in the main header bar or select patients and then choose search in the left menu bar. You will be navigated to the patient search screen. Now let's search for a patient. Search for your patient using a combination of the first 3 letters of the first or last name and the date of birth. If you are struggling to find your patient, pause this video and select the patient search video link that appears in the top right-hand corner. To work with the patient's record, select the patient's name. A patient preview pop-up will appear. Verify that this is the correct patient, then select Cancel or the X in the top right corner. Now, you can select an action. You can either go directly to the patient's demographics screen by selecting the Demographics button or selecting the drop-down arrow to navigate to the corresponding screen. You can also navigate to the patient's demographics screen by double-clicking on the gray area that appears when you hover over your patient's row. From the patient demographics screen, you can navigate to each section by using the scroll bar or by selecting the blue links at the top of the page. You can expand or collapse a specific section by selecting the plus/minus buttons in the top right corner of each section. On the demographic screen, you can verify or enter patient information. Update addresses. Enter a source of health insurance, and add other demographic or disability details. All bold fields with a red asterisk are required. Whenever you enter patient data in CIIS, review the demographics screen to make sure all the information is correct and complete, including all required information under the patient information section. Fill out the mailing and physical address and the ethnicity, race section. In addition, it is recommended to add the patient's middle name or initial, contact information, and language. Lastly, it is recommended to capture and enter the patient's gender identity, sexual orientation, and disability responses. For guidance on asking patients about sexual orientation and gender identity, please select the View SOGI Questions button. Whenever you enter information or make changes to this screen, select the Update button in the upper right corner of the screen to save the information. The sexual orientation, gender identity, and disability information is considered highly sensitive, so after the Update button is selected, the values entered into these fields disappear and are no longer visible to CIIS users. Now let's discuss the options found at the top of the patient demographics screen. Under the Links drop-down menu, you can select various links to access documents such as medical exemption, non-medical exemption, COVID-19 vaccination record, patient administrative record, immunization record, yellow card, college certificate of immunization, immunization registration, school certificate of immunization, and patient VFC eligibility history. From the Gear drop-down menu, you can view additional information about the patient, including address history, insurance history, contacts, and set defaults. You will also see the patient deceased option in the drop-down if you have the correct permissions. Contact the CIIS Help Desk for more information. For patients who are 18 and over to be able to retrieve their immunization record through the CIIS public portal, navigate to the patient contact information section and add both a cell phone number and an email address. Select Update to save these changes. If the patient is a minor, a contact must be added for the minor's immunization record to be retrieved by the parent and/or guardian through the CIIS public portal, which can be done through the Contact submodule. You can enter or view additional patient contacts by accessing the Contact submodule. You can update the primary contact information by selecting the Gear drop-down menu and selecting Contacts, or using the navigation bar to access the Contact submodule. To add additional contacts to your patient's record, select Add Contact from the Contact screen. This will take you to the Add Patient Contact screen. Select the contact relationship from the drop-down menu. Enter a last name and a first name. It is recommended to add a phone number and an email address so that the parents or guardians of minors can retrieve their immunization record through the CIIS public portal. You can set this contact as a primary contact by checking the primary contact box. Please note that although a record can have multiple contacts, only one primary contact can be set. To create this new contact, select the Create button. Select Cancel to return to the previous screen. If you have questions, please contact the CIIS Help Desk at cdphe.ciis@state.co.us. Thank you.